Hello there, Leo. This is Johnny Alchemy. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel once more. We will be doing your mid-December tarot reading for December 2023. So let's get right into it. Love that. This is going to be a general reading, just a reminder. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and hopefully we will have some messages from the universe for you for the mid-December tarot reading. Okay. So here, let's start it off. I think in the past, we see some cards here. I see two cards here that really stand out the most. We got the Emperor here reversed, and we also got the Knight of Cups here reversed. So here, in terms of if you were trying to find love in any type of sense, maybe it wasn't working out. I see with the Emperor here, especially any type of male energy, whatever you're into, you know, but usually with love, especially with this Knight of Cups here, seeing here, it almost is as it's as if this knight is trying to give this cup to this person, you know? And in the reverse, it's saying maybe they were not into it. Maybe they were not being able to be receptive of it. Maybe they just didn't want it, whatever it may be. So I think there were some difficulties for some of you in terms of love life, in terms of if you were trying to find a relationship or even just a specific person. Also here as well, Six of Pentacles here as well, possibly talking about having there could be some difficulty or some challenges in terms of finding a certain balance in your life. For some of you, this might be finances, trying to get your financial life in order, maybe spending too much, maybe not saving enough, maybe having too much on your plate that you can't support anymore, etc., things like that. But I think it just comes down to just balance in general as well. I think there might be, looking at the cups as well, there could be some emotional imbalance in terms of the relationship life. Also, with all these being reversed, it could be internal as well. So here, even regardless of relationships, some of these other cards, these cards can also suggest trying to come back into your own power as well with this Emperor card, trying to learn how to stand on your own, stand in your own power, maybe even realizing that love is not a thing. For some of you out there right now, that maybe you're withholding certain emotions or withholding giving this cup to someone in a certain sense because it's helping you gain more power in yourself, to learn more about who you are, your all the things that give you strength, the things that are able to give you stability as well, reflecting off of that Six of Pentacles as well. What can give you balance? What can give you stability? So I think in the past, for some of you, it was that journey of finding not only where to spend your emotion, but also how to balance out all the energies that you might be going through. So now we got the present. Okay, so we got the present. Complete opposite. We got the Six of Cups here reversed. So for some of you, this could be almost, I see here, if anyone was burned from the past and things didn't work out from past relationships, here it's a certain sense in your present that you're being reborn in love, willing to give your love again once more. If some of you have gone through a healing journey of some kind, as you can see, I see the children here giving each other cups. I'm not saying it could be an old love. For some of you that could resonate, but I think especially reflecting with that imagery of the children, it's almost like an innocent love being renewed and reborn in some type of sense. So here, it could almost be like shedding away of what you thought love was, of maybe concepts or ideas of love that were put onto you from past relationships, and now you're learning to shed all of that finally, where you're able to give something more pure to who you are now, to who you want to be who you want in your life in the future. I think here there is still a certain, okay, here with the with the Hanged Man here reversed, I still think here for some of you, if this is a relationship reading and this does resonate, I think there is still a certain pause that has to happen in a certain sense. In a way, this with the Six of Cups, as I said before, this new idea of love could still be too new. Maybe you might still be figuring things out on the type of person you want to give this love to, and also what type of love that you're able to give, or how much emotional availability you have, or in terms of who can give this love to you as well. So here, I think there's a certain pause with this Hanged Man as well. This Hanged Man, he puts himself in this position to learn new insights. So here, I think especially in the reversed, I think it's saying very much being a major arcana in terms of learning big life lessons. There is still some type of pause some of you may have to go through in order to learn the enlightenment. As I said, there's this halo above his head right here. That's the enlightenment. That's the new perspective. That's the change in his perspective that he learns from taking that pause. So sometimes we want to, again, be fast with that Knight of Cups here. We want to be fast. We want to give our love to people. But sometimes a pause can be more beneficial for us because it can clarify what we want in the future. We got the Three of Pentacles as well. Again, for some of you, this could be, as I said, reflecting off of that Six of Pentacles here. If this is something with money as well, there could be something in terms of your job, career, finances, etc., where maybe situations are not vibing in terms of your job or career. Maybe you're not getting the financial gain back, or maybe you're not getting the recognition that you want. Maybe you're working in a very difficult work situation of some kind. And even with all these cups, as I said before, for some of you, if this isn't a relationship reading, maybe it could affect you emotionally as well. Maybe you don't want to give too much to this job with that Knight of Cups reversed. Maybe you were thinking about giving your emotional availability to a new workplace or a new situation that could benefit you better. So here, that's something to think about as well, for that Three of Pentacles. For some of you, if you are going through financial hardships or going through financial changes at this moment. And now let's keep going. So we got future stuff going on here. Four of Cups here. We got as you can see here, this person, let me turn it in upright. This person looks a little lethargic, in terms of the Four of Cups. It's saying that you are working on, or you're in the process of learning how to receive this cup that the universe is giving you. Am I pointing out the right side? Of course I'm not. So here, the universe is giving this person a chalice, but this person is so focused on these three right here, things from the past, things that maybe didn't work out, and the universe is saying, look up. There's something here that I'm trying to give you. In the reverse, it's saying you're going through that process right now. And maybe in the future, actually, in the reverse, it's saying that by going through this contemplation process, this hanged man moment right here, by being able to take time to contemplate, you will have the ability to look up and see the bigger picture and to see different opportunities that the universe may have for you down the road. In terms of love, in terms of relationships, or finding a job or career that is more emotionally in alignment with what you want as well. Here we got the Three of Cups reversed. So a lot of cups here, lots of emotions running deep, okay? So here, Three of Cups here reversed. It's saying that maybe is not a time in the future, talking about there could be something, again, it's saying be careful of spreading yourself out so thin. Be careful of giving your cup out to so many situations or opportunities where all of a sudden you're left with an empty cup. And so it's almost saying that, not that is not a time to celebrate. I think we should all find times to celebrate and things to celebrate in our life. But I think you should be careful of one of the times to celebrate, one of the times you should be giving your cup out to people. Could even be social situations, Here with the Three of Cups is three girlfriends hanging out. There's certain things here with social situations as well, especially in the future. Be careful of if you go out too much, or if you spend a lot of your finances on friends or gifts or something like that. Here with all those pentacles as well, talking about finances, be careful of who you spend your money on, who you spend your emotional availability on, stuff like that. I think here, this lands right underneath that Hanged Man, saying there's more of a pause that's needed. It's not the time maybe you can learn so much more by drinking from that cup yourself. You know what I mean? Instead of giving it out to anyone else, spending money on anyone else, there could be a lot that you learn from saving, investing, your emotions and your finances and using it on yourself rather than other people. Here we got the Seven of Wands here. The only wands here that I see in this whole reading right now, but Seven of Wands. So here it's almost saying a change in a certain sense. This person is taken off guard, as you can see here, and you can't really see too well, but he's missing a boot. And like his sash that he wears isn't even on all the way. And he's met with all these like challenges and all these wands in his face, and he has to fend them off. In the reverse here, it's saying be careful of looking right underneath all these cup cards. That's where this lands under. Be careful of burnout when it comes to giving away your love. Again, I think there's something here where it's saying not, usually this card would suggest something about not giving up, but in the reverse it's saying maybe there's a change of pace, maybe there's a certain change of direction that needs to be made, because maybe what's going on right now may not be working for you in a certain sense. So here in the middle of this reading, I think this is the main thing here. It's like you're learning to change your emotional availability in a certain sense, whether it be relationships or with your finances and job, one or the other. But here it's saying that there's something brand new being reborn, which is beautiful. And I think that it's able to mature in a certain sense by going through more contemplation, by maybe doing a change of pace or change of perspective in a certain way. And that can change your how you view relationships, also how you view money and your job as well. So there's something new here that can be given to you from the universe. As I said with that Four of Cups there's something there that can be given with more contemplation. I think very much so with the Emperor and the Hangman. It'll put you in a place of new power by changing that perception a little bit. It'll put you in a place of true power and control in terms of your life, in terms of your finances and your love life in a certain sense. So let's pull out some more cards and see what else we can find in terms of clarification. Okay. Got it. Okay, let's go. So there's a 5. We got the 5 of Swords. So it says unstable effort. What did I say? There's something here that needs to change a little bit. With the 5 of Swords as well, is it talking about cutting ties in a certain sense? I'm not sure they have it on this one. They do not. But on the traditional tarot, usually there's 2 men in the background of this guy. You know, usually he is, oh wait, no, this isn't the 5. My bad, this is the 7. Never mind, this is the 7 of Swords. I can count my numerals, I swear, I promise. 7 of Swords, so unstable effort. So here, again, as I said before, something has to change in terms of perception of money or love, one or the other, because something isn't jiving completely right now. And also with the 7 of Swords, it talks about deception. It talks about the lies that we come across, either from other people, from the relationships, also the illusions that we have in our mind about whether it could be love or finances. For some of us, it could be, you know, this job is worth it. You know, my career path right now is worth it. And we could say to ourselves and say, oh, down the road, I will get what I want from this. But that's not a guarantee. That's hoping for the best, absolutely. But sometimes hoping for the best can turn to illusion as well. And also can turn to deception or lies that we might tell ourselves because we might be afraid to change and do something that could disrupt the status quo. But regardless, it leads to unhappiness in one way or another. So here, there's something I think that needs to change in terms of unstable effort. Here, the Fool. Love this. As I said before, going through this Hanged Man process of learning something new, of learning new perspectives, you get to start brand new. This is what the Fool is all about. Complete, untapped potential and unlimitless potential. And with the Fool, always, this character, head held high, you know, like no weight on their shoulders at all. Happy, you know, the posture just says, I'm willing to move forward in a new way. Very light, very new. And almost, as I said, this lands on the same row with that 6 of Cups here. As I said, there's something new being born here in terms of your emotions, whether it be love or finance, that is saying that, you know, there's something new coming from all of this effort. There's a little fine-tuning and a little more contemplation that needs to be done. But with the Fool card, it can put you on a brand new track. A brand new track, whether it be job or how you view your love life, a new relationship, whatever it may be. But there's something here that is saying that by changing what you think is working right now and trying to figure out a new perspective in a certain way, you're able to unravel a new path for you that you can take that maybe you didn't know was possible and could lead to better opportunities. Finally, we got the 6 of Swords here, earned success. So here, earned success, and this card does not look like success, I'm sure. You know, this woman is passing from one shore to the other. And she looks cloaked. She's hiding herself. She has all of these swords around her, all these walls and blockages as well. So it's saying by going through the choppy waters that she has to go through, the choppy emotions, the very difficult and challenging emotions, to go from one way of thinking to another way of thinking, you are earning that success. So here it's saying that you have to transition a little bit. Transition from where you are at now to someplace else. And by doing so is going to be difficult, but it's going to be worth it at the same time. So there's like nothing that is good it has to be earned. So here I think it's saying there's a certain shift, a pivot, a change of pace that needs to happen in order to unlock a certain level of emotion with love or finances, money, job, all that stuff that I said before. Let's pull out some more cards. To be fair, blessed. Yes. Okay, got it. Okay, number one, to be fair. This lands on the same row with that Seven of Swords, etc. It's saying to be fair. I think it's talking about, as I said before, you have to be fair to yourself first. Let's get to the point, you have to be fair to yourself first before anyone else. You have to love yourself first before you can really love someone else. Otherwise, you're going to be dependent on that person. Same thing with even a job. You have to be fair to yourself first. You can't let them overwork you. You can't let them give you responsibilities that are beyond you and not expect compensation or some type of raise or some type of new job opportunity or position opportunity for you. You have to be fair to yourself first. Otherwise, you're being taken advantage of. So ultimately, in terms of love or career or money, you always have to think about your best interest first. And I'm not talking about being selfish. I'm talking about loving yourself and being fair and compassionate and empathetic toward your needs before answering to someone else's. We have blessed. Number one, after all of this, what I say and all this stuff, you are blessed by the universe, period. The fact that you are alive, the fact that whatever, if this does resonate for some of you, if you are going through difficulty in love or money, finances, whatever, understand the universe has your back. There is a reason for all of this. This lands literally right next to that hanged man right there. So it's telling me that this is a major life lesson that you may have to go through, but at the same time, throughout all of it, it's a blessing to you. It's a blessing, and it's made for you to go through, for you to learn a wisdom, a big life lesson. That's what I feel like with that. You are blessed throughout this whole process, and you will see that blessing if you go through it. Time to go. Hello. So here, I have a feeling, again, there's a certain track that I feel like that may not be working for you, a certain practice or a certain something that is not working. And it's like saying time to go, time for a change. There is something here that is asking for change. Again, unstable effort. Same thing. There's a certain effort, a certain something that is being put out. Seven of Wands as well. As I said, there's a certain change that needs to happen. You might just be meeting a lot of resistance because it's saying the universe is telling you in a certain sense, this is not the right path. Not to say that what you want is wrong at all, but maybe the way of getting there might be different. A way that you need to maybe, as I said, with all these cards, to take it internal instead of trying to search, attract, one or the other. Two different ways of getting to the same thing. Let's do one last card, clarity. Okay, here. I think here, this Hanged Man, again, he puts himself in this position to get a new perspective. By doing it, you gain clarity. Sometimes if we are just putting our effort out there without a clear mind of what we want, we're just putting ourselves out there for no reason, Sometimes we need to be clear about where we're going. We need to have a certain laser focus on our effort and where we're putting it in order to understand what it is that we really want to achieve and how it is that we're supposed to get there. So I think there's a certain clarity that needs to come from within, from your mind, something like that. With all these sword cards, also, it's saying that this is a mental game as well. You have to be clear. You have to remove a lot of the blockages, a lot of pain from the past, learn a few lessons, and by doing so, that will make you very clear on what you want, even with the job as well. By knowing what you don't want, you make it very clear about what it is that you would like from the future. So sometimes experiencing loss is a good thing too. We know that I would never want to go through that again. I would never want to work at this place again. I would never want that type of relationship. So now it clears it up and says process of elimination. Now I know what I do want. So that's kind of what I see for the month, for the mid tarot reading for you, Leo, right here. I think there's a big transformation in terms of your mindset, in terms of your perspective, that will help you out emotionally and financially. It's a difficult process to go through. It could be very confusing as well, but understand that this is all for you. I see fairness. I see blessings. I see new journeys, time to go, the Fool card, the rebirth with that Six of Cups. There's new things on the horizon. I think there just has to be a certain shift. I think a certain mental shift in order for that path to be very clear for you. So that's kind of what I see. If this did resonate, please consider hitting that like button. Also consider leaving me a comment. Would love to keep in touch with you guys and know what y'all are going through. And please consider subscribing as well, because I would love to keep in touch for future tarot card readings. And I think that's all I got. So I will see you next time. And thank you so much again for watching. Goodbye.